Hello, dear students, and welcome to your English lesson today. Today's lesson is for grade 8, and the topic is How about going to the movies? My name is Ksenija Rumora, and I'll be your teacher today. By the end of today's lesson, you'll be able to name film genres and people involved in movie business. You'll also be able to use adjectives describing acting, direction, action scenes, special effects, and animation. Finally, you'll be able to talk about a movie of your own choice using the chart containing information about the movie in question. For this lesson, you need a notebook, a pencil, a device with internet connection, and some goodwill, of course. So, if you have everything needed, let's start. As you already know, the main topic is films. What can you expect today? We shall deal with genres or types of films, people involved in movie business, adjectives describing films, and the process of making a film through various interactive activities. In order to sum it all up, you'll create a film vocabulary mind map. Last but not least, you'll think of a film you have recently seen and, with some help of the chart, you'll do some speaking. There is the checklist at the end as well. Take a look at this photograph. Which words do you associate with it? Write them down in your notebook, please. Probably the words like cinema, movies, actors, science fiction, art, comedy, thriller, ticket, seats, comfortable, etc. could be seen in your notebooks. Before we move on, let's have a look at these words. The word film is actually of the same meaning as the word movie. They are synonyms. In American English, movies or motion pictures is the same as cinema in British English. Another word an American would use for movies would be movie theatre. I would like you now to imagine yourself standing in front of this beautiful movie theatre or cinema. What equipment have you got? I bet you are definitely equipped with a ticket, but popcorns as well. On this slide, there are 8 pictures representing different genres or types of films. Which of these pictures represent horror film, fantasy, disaster film, romantic comedy, action film, science fiction film, adventure film, and animated film? Please do the matching in your notebooks. And here are the matched photos and genres. The first picture stands for action film, the second for romantic comedy, the third represents science fiction, the fourth horror film, the fifth adventure film, the sixth fantasy, the seventh disaster film, and finally the 8th animated film. The following activity is a crossword puzzle. Read the explanations of the words. They are numbered and put into a cross and down part of the puzzle. You can do it online by copying the link bit.ly/crossword1 into a browser, or you can even download it if you wish. Have fun! Another interactive activity is pair matching. It is related to people involved in movie business. Please copy the link bit.ly/filmcrew2 in your browser and do the matching by clicking on the correct pair. Let's have a look at the matched pairs. A male or a female person who portrays the character in a performance or a film is an actor or an actress. All the actors and actresses in a movie are called cast. The series of events that form the main story is a plot. Stunt person replaces the actor or actress in dangerous scenes. A small part of a film is called a scene. A director is the person in charge of making a movie. A character is one of the people in a story. The flat surface that a movie is projected onto is a screen. A scriptwriter is a person who writes a script for a play or a film or a broadcast. A person whose job is to apply makeup to actors or actresses is a makeup artist. And finally, the person responsible for the overall visual look of the story is a production designer. If you have paired everything correctly, your screen should look like this. Now, after we have checked what people involved in movie business do, let's discuss adjectives describing films. What adjectives can you use to describe a film, acting, direction, animation, action scenes, and special effects? There are some adjectives here: humorous, violent, realistic, exciting, dramatic, poor, first class, superb, astonishing, stunning, brilliant, spectacular, great, fascinating, sad, and gripping. Is it possible to use the same adjectives for different categories? What do you think? Of course, it's possible. Your task is to pause this video lesson now, draw the chart into your notebooks containing categories film, acting, direction, animation, action scenes, and special effects. After that, please think about the given adjectives and write them down where you think they belong to. Let's do the checkup now. I hope your charts look more or less like this one. So, I suggest that you listen first and after that to read your adjectives out loud as well. Let's hear the adjectives describing films. So, the film can be described as humorous, fascinating, realistic, sad, or violent. When we talk about acting, it can be convincing, spectacular, or astonishing. Direction can be superb or brilliant. When talking about animation, we can talk about first-class animation or great animation. Action scenes can be gripping, dramatic, and exciting. And when talking about special effects, we can talk about stunning or poor special effects. successful have you been so far? I think you've done a really good job up to now. So, let's have a look at the process of making a film. There are some actions or steps we have to take. Hiring the actors, which means asking certain actors or actresses to get involved in the film to take certain roles in it. Then building the set, writing the screenplay, which means the story around the film, editing the film, and getting props. Props are actually connected with all possible equipment needed for certain scenes. Can you guess the correct order of the given actions? I bet you can. How would you order the actions? Let's check. The correct order of the events of the process of making a film are: the first one, writing the screenplay; the second, building the set; the third, editing the film; the fourth, getting props; and the fifth one, hiring the actors. Good job! With the equipment needed, we shall deal with film vocabulary now. I'd like you to do brainstorming and create a mind map containing these categories: genres, for example, comedy, etc., people involved, for example, actors, etc., adjectives describing films, which means animation, acting, special effects, direction, action scenes, plot, film itself, and here we have humorous, for example, the process of making films with the example of screenplay. Please copy the link bit.ly/movies1 in your browser and use the digital map in order to do the task, please. Your digital mind map might look like this one, but to see the words brainstormed better, let's zoom it in. As for genres, there are documentary, fantasy film, action, comedy, horror, disaster film, and animated film. The process of making films includes writing the screenplay, building the set, editing the film, getting props, and hiring the actors. People involved are makeup artist, director, actor or actress, scriptwriter, production designer, and stunt person. We have come to adjectives describing a film, and we can say that the film has first-class animation, stunning special effects, superb direction, and convincing or spectacular acting. We can also say that it has gripping, dramatic, or exciting action scenes and describe a film as humorous, fascinating, realistic, sad, or violent. Before speaking about the film you have recently seen, you'll need some pieces of information related to these 6 things in the chart. They are title, director, genre or kind of film, the plot or story, characters, and actors and actresses. Please draw the chart in your notebooks and fill it in with information needed. To give you an example, I have filled in the chart for the film I have recently seen. The title of the film is Jojo Rabbit. As you can see, there are many pieces of information here. How to use them to talk about the chosen film? Let's see. Jojo Rabbit is a comedy drama directed by Taika Waititi. Jojo Batzler, the main character, portrayed by Roman Griffin Davis, is a lonely German boy who discovers that his single mother, Rosie Batzler, acted by Scarlett Johansson, is hiding a Jewish girl in their attic. Aided only by his imaginary friend Adolf Hitler, Jojo must confront his blind nationalism as World War II continues to rage on. I hope you have the picture. Now, when you know the plot, if you got interested in the movie, copy the link bit.ly/JojoRabbit1 in your browser and watch the trailer. After watching it, I hope you'll be interested in the film even more. As you can see, we are at the end of today's lesson and it's time for self-evaluation. In this checklist, there are 3 statements. I can name more than 5 film genres. I can say what people involved in making a film do. For example, a director is a person in charge of making a film. And the third one, I can use adjectives describing films. So, think and tick the correct column, please. I hope that you liked today's lesson and that you'll soon have a chance to suggest someone, how about going to the movies? Thank you for your attention and until we meet again, bye-bye.